Marsh McLennan Cos. logoDUPONT Capital Management Corporation acquired a new position in shares of Marsh McLennan Cos. New York Stock Exchange MMC, during the third quarter, Holdings Channel reports. The fund acquired 15,500 shares of the company's stock, valued at approximately $1,042,000. A number of other hedge funds and other institutional investors have also recently added to or reduced their stakes in the stock. Chevy Chase Trust Holdings Incorporated boosted its position in Marsh McLennan Cos by 1.3% in the second quarter. Chevy Chase Trust Holdings Incorporated now owns 446,983 shares of the company's stock worth $30,600,000 after buying an additional 5,911 shares during the last quarter. Exxonmobil Investment Management Inc. Texas boosted its stake in Marsh McLennan Cos by 6.3% in the second quarter. Exxonmobil Investment Management Inc. Texas now owns 134,921 shares of the company's stock worth $9,237,000 after buying an additional 8,015 shares in the last quarter. Thompson Rubinstein Investment Management Inc. boosted its stake in Marsh McLennan Cos by 6.8% in the second quarter. Thompson Rubinstein Investment Management Inc. now owns 7,327 shares of the company's stock worth $502,000 after buying an additional 465 shares in the last quarter. DNB Asset Management has boosted its stake in Marsh McLennan Cos by 1.2% in the second quarter. DNB Asset Management now owns 51,693 shares of the company's stock worth $3,539,000 after buying an additional 600 shares in the last quarter. Finally, British Columbia Investment Management Corporation boosted its stake in Marsh McLennan Cos by 25.4% in the second quarter. British Columbia Investment Management Corporation now owns 344,578 shares of the company's stock worth $23,590,000 after buying an additional 69,736 shares in the last quarter. 87.53% of the stock is owned by institutional investors. Marsh McLennan Cos. New York Stock Exchange MMC opened at 69.23 on Friday. The firm has a 50-day moving average of $65.52 and a 200-day moving average of $65.98. Marsh McLennan Cos has a 12-month low of $50.81 and a 12-month high of $69.43. The firm has a market capitalization of $35.69 billion, a price-to-earnings ratio of 21.29, and a beta of 0.85. This article was originally published by and is the sole property of Zolmax. If you happen to be reading this article on another website, it was stolen and illegally republished in violation of U.S. and international copyright law. The original version of this story can be read at http://zolmax.com/investing/DuPont-capital-management-position-in-hyphen-Marsh-McLennan-Cos-1,082,000-176.html. Marsh McLennan Cos. New York Stock Exchange MMC last announced its quarterly earnings results on Tuesday, October 25. The company reported 69 cents earnings per share, EPS, for the quarter, beating the Zacks consensus estimate of 68 cents by 1 cent. The business earned $3.14 billion during the quarter, compared to the consensus estimate of $3.25 billion. Marsh McLennan Cos. had a net margin of 12.95% and a return on equity of 25.27%. The business's revenue was up 0.6% compared to the same quarter last year. During the same quarter last year, the firm posted 63 cents EPS. On average, equities analysts predict that Marsh McLennan Cos. will post $3.37 ex for the current year. The business also recently declared a quarterly dividend, which was paid on Tuesday, November 15th. Stockholders of record on Tuesday, October 11th were issued a 34-cent dividend. The ex-dividend date of this dividend was Thursday, October 6th. This represents a $1.36 dividend on an annualized basis and a dividend yield of 1.96%. Marsh McLennan Cos.'s dividend payout ratio is presently 41.85%. A number of analysts have recently commented on MMC shares. Deutsche Bank AG boosted their target price on shares of Marsh McLennan Cos from $67 to $71 and gave the stock a buy rating in a research note on Friday, July 29. Zacks Investment Research raised shares of Marsh McLennan Cos from a hold rating to a buy rating and set a $75 target price for the company in a research note on Monday, October 3. Barclays plc reissued a buy rating and set a $77 target price on shares of Marsh McLennan Cos in a research note on Friday, September 30. Citigroup Incorporated cut their target price on shares of Marsh McLennan Cos from $78 to $76 and set a buy rating for the company in a research note on Tuesday, October 11. Finally, Sandler O'Neill raised shares of Marsh McLennan Cos from a hold rating to a buy rating in a research note on Monday, November 7. 4 research analysts have rated the stock with a hold rating, 8 have assigned a buy rating and 1 has issued a strong buy rating to the company's stock. The stock has a consensus rating of buy and an average price target of $69.25. In other news, Chairman Peter Zaffino sold 21,087 shares of the stock in a transaction dated Thursday, October 27. The shares were sold at an average price of $63.16 for a total value of $1,331,854.92. Following the completion of the transaction, the chairman now owns 150,736 shares in the company, valued at approximately $9,520,485.76. The sale was disclosed in a legal filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is accessible through the SEC website. 1.51% of the stock is currently owned by insiders. Marsh McLennan Cos. Company profile. Marsh McLennan Companies Incorporated is a professional services firm offering clients advice and solutions in risk, strategy, and people. The company is the parent company of various specialty consultants, including Marsh, an insurance broker, intermediary, and risk advisor, Guy Carpenter, a risk and reinsurance specialist, Mercer, a provider of human resource, HR, and related financial advice and services, and Oliver Wyman Group, a management, economic and brand consultancy.